Ooh, Chapter 5, Mr. Wiley's Secret. And we got Chibi, Garth, and Cadence on our chapter screen. How exciting. Okay, this might be like our proper first chapter of just like, everything's new now. It's Friday! We just have rehearsal in the morning and then it's time for the beach party. Well, technically it's a lakeside party, but beach party has a better ring to it. And after that, I get to go home and eat some good food. Woohoo! Okay, bandits, find a partner and stretch those calves.
I slept in the woods last night. Does anyone care?
No, come be my partner. Good job. While everyone continues stretching, Mr. Wiley approaches. Good morning, Mr. Wiley. Did you finish the ballad drill?
Cadence! Yes! Why, yes I did! Sorry, haven't had my morning coffee yet. Yes, the ballad drill is done and there are no more wing-wongs, tatas, badonkadonks, or anything else your dirty little minds can dream up. Not you, Cadence. The rest of the band.
What an honor to be considered the sole beacon of purity within this band of perverts. Hooray! I'm about to ask Mr. Wiley if we can have our drum major lesson after practice, but he's suddenly wide awake and off like a shot.
I would so much.
Well,
so much.
Good job, Tom. He doesn't need coffee anymore.
Thomas! What are you doing with that trombone? This isn't fencing class!
I'll ask him later. Today's basic session drags on a bit longer. Mr. Wiley seems really intent on the band brushing up on their skills. But bet it has to do with the fact that Leon won yesterday's drill down.
Not my tempo.
Tanner! Get your feet on time!
Yes, sir.
Not you, Leon! Your feet were perfectly in time. I'm talking to tenor drum Tanner.
I'm sorry.
Tanner's my last name.
It was bad enough I have an Aaron and an Aaron. The universe loves to make things harder and harder for me.
Poor Mr. Wiley. After that, we dive into cleaning what we already know. I make a special point to visit our very own trooper-turned-bandit during a lull. Look at that! We filled the spot after all. Mm-hmm. And Leon is gonna be way better than that quitter. Right, Leon? Leon doesn't reply. He's staring past Felicity, squinting at Clark. Clark stares back, his gaze intense.
Church camp. You were there.
Hmm? I like that they're like, I know you. Clark's like, it's from this. Got it. Oh, that's great. Both woodwind boys turn away and say nothing more. First rule of church camp, don't talk about church camp. Let me know if you need any help. Especially you, Leon. Oh, don't worry, we don't need you. I'll take care of him. Why does that sound somewhat ominous? Whatever, I'll go offer my assistance elsewhere. There's a buzz of excitement throughout the rehearsal. Everyone is chomping at the bit to get out of here and party. Mr. Wiley can sense the restlessness. He looks down on us from the lift, frowning. Then he raises his megaphone to his lips.
Get set.
Set up for a final run-through!
Already? But practice is far from over.
That's right. I'm letting you out an hour early so you can get to partying. But first you've got to impress me.
Just watch us!
I gotta say, if Wiley's like not possessed by a ghost this time around, it's kind of nice. He's actually being like a fairly decent band camp director. I don't want to jinx it, but like, just saying, right now things are pretty cool. Things are pretty alright. I climb up my podium, feeling light on my feet. My fellow bandits set up for a run, everyone grinning, anticipation for the party and the weekend shining in their eyes. Alright everyone, you heard the man! Let's impress him with our final run on week 1. Get set! I raise my arms. Everyone snaps to attention. A cool breeze brushes my skin as the sun shines brightly overhead. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Everyone's excellent mood shines through in their performance. I sneak a glance at Mr. Wiley in between songs and spy a big grin on his face. That's a nice change. At the end,
Bring it in.
Bring it in for a huddle.
the band gathers around my podium, jabbering away excitedly. Even when Mr. Wiley makes it back to the ground and stands before them, they continue their conversations.
Hey, by all means, continue cutting into your beach party.
Shh! Everyone shushes one another as if they weren't all collectively running their mouths.
Much better.
Congratulations.
Bandits, you survived your first week of band camp.
We all cheer.
We may have had a minor setback with the ballad, but I still couldn't be more impressed with the amount of work you put in this week. Let's keep that momentum going. Make sure to get plenty of rest this weekend so you're good and fresh for week 2. Now get lost. Enjoy your beach party and the trip home. Remember, we're leaving at 4 p.m. Sharp! Oh, and one more thing. If any section still needs to do a sectional, you better darned well be holding it right now!
Tom. That's right. Every section was supposed to hold at least one sectional outside of rehearsal.
That's all.
Hey!
Wait, what about section of the day?
Sorry, not until next week, Tom. It's too easy to win when there's only a half day.
You got me there.
Band. Dead hut.
To the ready!
BMBMB!
Have a great time at the party!
He leaves while everyone celebrates. I want to ask him about having a conducting lesson, but I'm immediately surrounded by a throng of my peers. Also, there are a few sections that still have work to do. Peter.
Yep.
You still need to hold a sectional, don't you?
Yep, we're having ours now. We voted on it the first day of camp. I asked the trumpets if they'd rather do the sectional Thursday night after practice, or today before the party, and almost everyone picked before the party.
As if those were the only two choices.
I'm fine with it. By the time we're done, the party will be in full swing and we won't have to help set up.
So that's his game. Well, I can't stop you from having sectionals. Get some work done. I leave the trumpets to their own devices. Or instruments. Hey, Tom.
Huh?
What about the trombones? Have you guys held a sectional yet?
No, I guess it kinda slipped everyone's mind.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really need to have one. We spent the entire week getting our crap together. And if we had a sectional, we'd just waste time and goof off like we usually do.
It's all good.
Yeah, we have it down. We're good.
I don't know if he's trying to convince me or himself. You did almost decapitate someone last night, so I don't know if I believe you. Okay. Well, if Mr. Wiley finds out, it's your funeral.
Great.
Good.
If you happen to attend, I'm a fan of forget-me-nots. Bring some of those.
Oh, I was not ready for the trauma. Oh. I just suddenly had flashbacks to his funeral. Tom, you can't hit me with the forget-me-nots in your funeral. Whoa. Let's, not do that again. Got it. Oh well, not my problem for the time being. It's officially the weekend. The weather is beautiful and the beach party is going to be a blast.
Let's do this.
Come on, Cadence, let's go! Oh, hang on. I still need to talk to Mr. Wiley. I think he went back to his cottage. Ah, then I better hurry. I'll catch up with you later.
See you later.
Here I come. Mr. Wiley? I wait patiently for the door to open. Nothing. Without really thinking, I reach for the knob, and to my surprise, the door opens. Is this breaking and entering? Well, technically I didn't break anything, so I doubt it. I'll be quick. Mr. Wiley, are you in here? Mr. Wiley...
Yeah!
Ah! Mr. Wiley leaps straight out of his chair and away from his desk.
Holy guacamole! Are you trying to give me a heart attack, kid?
I'm sorry! I really wanted to have that conducting lesson, though. What's with the face?
You trying to get me fired?
No way! Why would you think that?
You should be at the party with your fellow students, not alone in a cottage with your band director. This looks bad! Real bad!
He's got a point. I hate to say it, but he's got a point. Considering what happened with the last band director, I cringe at this. I'm so sorry. I know you're no Mr. Savage, though. At least I certainly hope not. Girl, always just have a sense of safety about you. I know it's hard. I know you've struggled through many routes with this concept of safety and smart thinking in general. But for once, just like make smart choices.
Yes, but the parents don't know that. Listen, Cadence, I'm glad you're taking your job seriously, but let's hold off on that lesson until next week. How does Monday morning sound? We'll have it at the field before practice while everyone is getting settled back in their rooms.
That sounds great.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an inbox full of emails to respond to. I'll say this one last time. Go have fun!
His command doesn't register. Instead, I look at his laptop screen to the email he was just about to open. In bold letters, the subject reads, Urgent. School board meeting. Decision reached. I guess, are we going to learn that secret, like, right now, today, instead of a week from now? Week and a half from now? It would be nice if he doesn't have to deal with it alone and get haunted by the ghost of Rebecca, right? Mr. Wiley, what is that? Mr. Wiley doesn't respond. He's staring at the screen too, his expression unreadable. What was the school board meeting about? Does it have to do with the band?
That's none of your concern.
His voice shakes a bit. Somehow I feel like it is. Looking closer, I can see the message was sent late last night, as well as a preview of the contents. It's addressed solely to Mr. Wiley. You shouldn't be reading someone's private emails, Cadence. Good grief. Dear Victor, the school board has reached a decision on whether or not marching band shall be cut from Blue Mountain's music program.
Stop! Cadence, get out of here. You shouldn't be here.
Is marching band in danger of being cut from the music program? What does this mean?
I'm serious. Go.
I turn to Mr. Wiley, tears flooding my eyes. His voice is stern, but he looks completely defeated. He avoids eye contact. What did they decide?
I don't know. I'm afraid to open that email.
You have to do it.
You have to go.
No. I can't leave knowing what I know. Let's open it together. Please.
All right.
I feel sick to my stomach. Mr. Wiley's hand shakes a little bit as he reaches for the touchpad. We both hold our breaths as he clicks the email to open it.
No. No, 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 no!
The tears break free and roll down my face. Marching band has been cut from the school's music program due to the school's lack of funding. I swallow back a sob as Mr. Wiley crumples to the floor, burying his face in his hands. All of our work was for nothing. I try to wipe the tears away, but they just keep coming. I'll never get to lead the band onto the field at a competition. I'll never get to hear the stadium announcer address me as Drum Major Cadence. My friends will never get to perform the show they worked so hard on. And the young musicians who have yet to enter high school, they will never experience the joys of marching band, the lasting friendships, the beautiful memories, the feelings of pride and excellence. None of it. It's all gone. I don't know how long I stand there, grieving alongside Mr. Wiley, but eventually he shakily regains his feet and breaks the silence. Oh dear. Well, I do gotta say, this is like the best moment where it's like made the most sense for her to just like break down about band not being continuing, because Her life's not in danger. Her friends' lives are not in danger. They're not being held hostage. It was just like a normal band camp week. And then they get bad news about band just being canceled. So now it feels like, okay, this is a normal reaction to some news about this. For once, which is nice for a change.
Cadence, I'm so sorry. I wasted your time. I wasted everyone's time.
What?
I have a confession. I had band camp start a week earlier than intended. It was supposed to be the last 2 weeks of summer. That's why no instructors showed up. They didn't know about it. And they figured it would be canceled anyway, knowing our school board. They were right.
That's what, so you didn't kill the instructors. Okay, I've been wondering about that for ages. You just moved the date. How did you do that without, like, just the parents knowing and not the rest of the school board? I mean, I'm impressed, but, like, whew.
But I still wanted to fight. I thought maybe if we jumped into band camp, put all of this time and effort into the show, maybe the school board would reconsider. Like, there's no stopping this train once it leaves the station. That kind of thing.
It's over.
I was wrong.
Mr. Wiley.
Oh no, it's the first bad ending.
Keep in mind, Wiley still has a gun somewhere. Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Okay? I am terrified. Like, I feel this we can still hold Band is the safe bet where he doesn't pull a gun on us because he'll be like, yes, okay, I've got a partner in crime this time. It's not just me. Somebody else knows the bad news. And we can, like, tag team this. At the same time, I don't know if I want to go in on the crazy with Mr. Crazy, you know? What if I go crazy? But I'm like, we tell the band, they're not coming back after the weekend, right? So one of two bad endings happens here. Either we tell the band's like, screw you, we're not coming. Because at least some of the bands being like, there's no point, we're not coming back after the weekend. So that's a potential bad ending. Or Wiley just pulls out his gun and is like, oh no, you're going to the basement is where you're going. So I feel like the safest option is we can still hold Band, right? Let's all hold hands and hope this is correct. We can still hold Band, Mr. Wiley. But we're gonna have to lie. Oh god, I knew this is what was gonna happen. I'm going in with the crazy, but I don't see like a downside to this other than we're just a accomplice. We'll go to jail together. It'll be great. Mr. Wiley looks at me in utter shock. I gaze back steadily. Do the parents know about this?
No. The school board was going to leave it to me to deliver the news.
The instructors?
They knew the existence of the program was under scrutiny, but they were not included in this email, so no.
Then you and I are the only ones who know. Mr. Wiley nods. I take a deep breath. Then I say we keep going. Like you said, the train has left the station, so let's not pump the brakes quite yet. I force a smile, though it might not be very convincing paired with my leftover tears. Telling the band now would destroy their morale. We should at least finish out band camp and learn the rest of the show. And maybe... who knows? Maybe we could perform the show for the school board, so they can see how hard we've worked. Make them say no to our faces. Mr. Wiley stares at me for a long, long moment. I wait for him to tell me I'm being ridiculous or childish.
Cadence.
Here it comes.
You are a genius!
He steps forward, arms spread wide as if to hug me, then stops himself and gives me an enthusiastic pat on the shoulders instead. Thank you.
Let's go.
That's what we'll do! We'll perform the show for those cowards. We'll make them look little Pop-Tart in the eye and tell them marching band is cancelled. They'll never be able to do it.
It's true. How can you break the heart of Pop-Tart? You really think so?
No! Maybe. I don't know. But we're not going to take this lying down. That I do know.
I feel a fire burning in my belly. Mr. Wiley's resolve is infectious. So what's the plan?
Business as usual. Tell no one. Act totally natural. Go home and enjoy your weekend, then come back to work hard for week 2.
So you're gonna let us go home for the weekend? All Mr. Wiley needed was a friend.
Meanwhile, I'm going straight to the superintendent. I'm going to tell her we've already started band camp and to hold off on finalizing their decision.
Good luck.
Don't worry for a second. Leave everything to me. Thanks, Cadence.
Oh, for what?
For being here. For being too stubborn to leave when I told you to, and for rallying me when things looked grim.
Thanks, kiddo.
I feel like I was on the edge, but you pulled me back. So thanks for that, kiddo.
Girl, you have no idea what edge he's talking about, but believe me. You're welcome.
You held yourself together pretty well, too. I had to follow your example.
What do you mean? I was crying.
Yes, but you faced your emotions head on, and then you took the time to think rationally. You'll make a great leader someday. Heck, you already are.
I can't help but glow at Mr. Wiley's praise.
Now you'd better be on your way. Remember, don't breathe a word of this to anyone.
Right. I mime zipping my lips shut.
We're really in the thick of it, but we just gotta keep telling ourselves that everything will be okay. Marching band is not over yet.
Goodbye, Mr. Wiley, and good luck. I can't believe this is where we are. We're accomplices, but it's not so bad because we have not sabotaged anything. We're letting everyone go home. So as far as everyone else knows, it's just normal band camp. So that's not too bad, right? Yes, I will lie to myself. Everything's fine. It's hard to focus on the party with everything I learned buzzing in my mind. I attempt to eat some food despite my nervous stomach. Garth gets pied in the face. The trumpets and drummers face off in a volleyball game of epic proportions. Tom eats more potato salad than a single man should be capable of. Well, rip Tom's stomach. I feel disassociated from all of it. I smile, laugh, go through the motions, but I am not part of the narrative. I am merely an observer, my body present, but my mind far away. It's a relief when 4 p.m. finally rolls around. I can't wait to go home.
Hey, Cadence! Felicity and I were talking about going to the mall tomorrow. You in?
I don't know. I was looking forward to relaxing.
You can relax on Sunday. Come on! Summer's almost over. We gotta squeeze in one last shopping trip.
Yeah, Cadence. Don't you think it's time for a wardrobe update? You need some cute back-to-school clothes. What's wrong with my wardrobe? Sure, I'll come. But only if we hit up the cafe for milkshakes.
Duh.
Of course we will. Oh, hey, Susie, do you have a bus buddy?
Yeah, I'm sitting with Eugene. Sorry.
It's cool.
Leon.
You're going to be my bus buddy.
Oh, I was gonna...
Let's go. Peter, if you come back from this weekend and you're still dating Felicity, there's no hope for you. Please, end this now. Felicity links arms with Leon and drags him towards the nearest bus. Susie follows them, dragging her suitcase behind her. Susie, you really want to be friends with this girl? Really? You see this going on and you're just like, this is fine. Susie, no. That's odd. What about Peter? But I spy him boarding alongside Tom, who is chatting to him excitedly about some convention tomorrow. Who's gonna be my bus buddy then?
There goes my bus buddy.
Oh, Leon was gonna be your bus buddy? Pop-Tart, take me please, forever! Glomp, I will glomp you. Leon was your bus buddy? I'll replace him.
Yay! I got the drum major as my bus buddy!
Yay, Melvin, let's hang out. We board the bus together, but as I enter the aisle, Susie is there.
Can you believe it? Eugene sat with Barry without even telling me. Cadence, come sit with me.
Aw, you snooze, you lose, Susie. I know you're my friend. I didn't hear any bwah. Bwah. Look, Pop-Tart already had somebody cancel on him. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be there for Pop-Tart forever. Sorry, Susie. Pop-Tarts before sisters. Sorry, Susie. I already said I would be Pop-Tart's bus buddy.
What? Seriously?
Next week.
Fine.
You picked me over your best friend?
I said I would be your bus buddy. I wasn't about to go back on my word. You were also so adorably happy when I said I would be your bus buddy.
You were the best.
No, you. On the ride home, I do my best to distract myself from what I know by chatting with Pop-Tart. So, how is band camp treating you? Do you feel like things are getting easier yet?
No.
No. Just no.
Not really.
What's confusing you most?
It's not confusing, it's just... I'm not that good.
Don't say that. Think about how far you've come. To be honest, I feel like my entire freshman year was a struggle and things didn't totally click into place for me until sophomore year. Then I went and became drum major. Now I'm right back on the struggle bus. But I'm doing what I can to get better. That's all you can do.
I suppose so.
Pop-Tart is a bit quiet after that, staring out the window, deep in thought. Not long after our conversation, the band breaks out into their favorite bus ride songs and I join in. At some point I'll have to do this again and pick Susie and see what the conversation would have been, but I'm happy that I made Pop-Tart happy. It's so good to be home. We actually can see Mom before the end. That's nice.
You've got to tell me all about band camp.
My mouth waters as my mom serves me a bowl of beef stew hot out of the oven. Aw, yeah. I take a big bite of salted potatoes, carrots, and mushrooms. Mmm, tastes like home.
He's cute.
Mom? Down, girl.
So how's the new band director? Mr. Wiley? He's very handsome.
You're too old for him, Mom.
Old? I'm young at heart. And I was just making a statement. I'm not about to propose to the man.
The thought of an alternate universe where Mr. Wiley becomes my dad tries to present itself, and I immediately banish that thought. I'm not gonna lie, there was a tiny part of me that at times wondered if Mr. Wiley was Cadence's dad. Just because they both have red hair and, like, you know, similar eyes and stuff. I wondered if maybe there was a connection there, but like, no, the timing doesn't work out. There's no way that he's actually her dad. So, I'm glad that's not what happened, but I wonder if this is like a joke about how some people were speculating that maybe Mr. Wiley is Cadence's dad and she's forgotten because she's in a coma or something. Mr. Wiley is cool, but eccentric, like all band directors, I guess. And he can be immature at times. We got a transfer student from the Lowland Troopers in Virginia, and he bullies him a lot.
Oh, curse those troopers. I don't know how they always manage to place one spot above you every single year. And you blew them out of the water with last year's performance.
That's in the past now. We'll definitely beat them this year. You should see how far we've come on the show. Thinking of last year's show, I almost blab about what I learned regarding Mr. Savage, but I stopped myself just in time. If I told my mom, this would be all over the band boosters. I feel like somebody in band's gonna blab to their parents about that. It's gonna be all over the band boosters anyway. And so I tell my mom every little detail of band camp. Except I don't mention the Savage scandal or the fact that the marching band no longer exists in the school's eyes. I keep the conversation light and funny, detailing the antics of my bandmates and the pride I feel when I stand on my podium at the head of the band. I've never seen this background and this lighting before, but it's nice. We talk band late into the night. Then my mom gives me a hug that nearly breaks my spine and I trudge wearily to my room. It's a blessing to sleep in my own bed again. I'm so worn out that I fall asleep seconds after my head hits the pillow.